Hi everybody, my name is Dawn of Embracing Dawn, and this is a timeless read for Cancer. So whenever you come upon this reading, it is the right time for you. And let's get started with an oracle message from the Divine Guidance and see what the message is going to entail for you. Okay, Cancer. All right, lovely. Number 42. That's beautiful. It almost looks like a spider energy there. Let's take a look. We'll set it here. I've got a cat pushing in here, so that's the noise. 42. Light body guide. Lately, you may have noticed some strange things happening within you, Cancer. Your light body is moving into a higher vibration, and as this shift occurs, you may not feel like your normal self. This guide has come to let you know that being absent-minded, forgetful, unclear in your thinking, or feeling heart palpitations and other strange sensations is perfectly normal during this time. Light Body Guide encourages you to drink lots of water and get plenty of rest. Like the butterfly over his heart is a symbol for you to contemplate. He is here to reassure you that you'll soon be back to feeling normal very soon. So Cancer, you are going through a light body upgrade, which is, in my book, that's always phenomenal. So if you've been feeling like things are wonky, like you walk into a room, you forget why you're there, you're having a conversation and it just suddenly escapes you, you're feeling a little fuzzy, you've been maybe seeing blips of images or things running through your peripheral vision. Maybe, you're seeing orbs and pictures, that kind of thing, needing extra sleep, not being able to sleep, waking up between 3 and 5 in the morning. Those are all signs that you are going through an upgrade, an elevation, which is wonderful. So let's take a look at some tarot and see the places in your life that this could be affecting. Okay, oh my wow, Cancer, I don't even know what to say here. All of the readings so far have been around romance, and this one is definitely not about romance. This is really all about your personal journey and where you've been and where you're going, Cancer. This is fantastic. So let's just start with it. 10 of Swords, air energy, Gemini, Libra, Sagittarius. This is about endings. So there is a heavy time in your life that is ending. Something has really just got you, you're so done with it. Like whether it's just where you're at in life, as we get ready to upgrade, to raise our frequency, so to speak, within the collective consciousness, we will feel these endings come, because as our vibration raises, and if others are not, that we are connected to, if their elevation is not rising consistently as well, they will fall out of our lives, or we will ascend out of theirs. And sometimes, it's a definite event where it's a decision you make, and it's a decisive event that happens that creates that separation. Sometimes it's just a fading away. As you shift and evolve, Cancer, then that creates a new energy within you and around you. You vibrate differently, and those that align with you will stay in your life. Those that do not align with you and are not, just don't align with you any longer, they will fade away. And also new people will come into your life as you elevate and as you ascend. People who better match your resonance will come into your life when that frequency is met, right? So you're going through that right now, and you're reaching a major cycle ending, major, because 4 of the next 5 cards are major arcana. Like, it's just phenomenal. Done 3 readings so far, so they've really been mixed up. But for some reason, you've got this 10 here, and you've got this beautiful, you've got a journey on the way here. So let's just come in with, you've got the Magician coming here, Angel of Magic. So this is number 1 in the tarot. This is the second card. This is the manifesting stage. So the Magician is all about the possibilities that are manifesting in the physical and the spiritual. So you are coming through this ending, Cancer, where this way of life, the way that you've been running your life, the outlook you've been looking at life through, whatever that means for you, this is now shifting and changing. And you are at the beginning of a brand new stage of manifestation over this ending, because you've got the Fool as well. So you've got the first two cards in the Major Arcana, first two cards of the Tarot. So you've got the Fool, which is about this brand new journey. You're embarking. You don't know quite where you're going. There's no real direction here, you know. You've got the 1 foot that's coming off the cliff. Everything seems joyful. You don't know where it's going, but it's going somewhere, right? And you're optimistic, and it's all the things. And then you've got right here beside it, you've got the Magician, which is stepping into that manifesting. So you've got this new journey beginning. You've got some direction with that. You've got some energy that helps you to make that happen through the Magician right now. And then number 4, you've got the Emperor, which is the angel of wisdom over top of this beginning of this journey. So this could represent a person in your life that embodies this Emperor energy. Or this could be you being asked to embody this Emperor energy as well. But the Emperor he's all about following the rules, structures, stability, power. You know, he is the offset of the Empress. You know, we have the Emperor and the Empress. He's not necessarily an action card, but he is definitely all about the boundaries, the rules, the structure, the creating that stable energy, creating that stable, how do you say, like the use of your power, so to speak, because the Emperor is that, like that ultimate power, you know. And this new journey you're coming on, you're really stepping into and standing in an evolution of your own personal power through your own ascension, through your own vibrational upgrades. You know, it may feel wonky right now, Cancer, but I can assure you that once you move through this and you start really getting your teeth into this process, these symptoms, you know, or signs, they will subside. Definitely they will. I'm speaking from experience. They can be a little unsettling sometimes, you know, because you feel wonky and you feel like you're not sort of all there sometimes, almost like you're a little bit crazy, but you're not, you're not. It's just you're moving through this process, and you're really going to come into an understanding of yourself, Cancer, that you've never had before, through this evolution that you're going through right now. And this is a big change in your life. Now, you may have already gone through one of these moments in your life, or this may be something brand new for you, but this is something that will shift your life for the rest of your life, you know. And as you upgrade and you elevate, things get better and better. It's not always easy. I'm not suggesting life becomes, you know, perfectly easy. We still have the things to overcome that our human forms need to overcome. However, the way we approach it will be different. The perspective, you won't be so attached to things emotionally or personally. You know, you'll see it from a different lens, which allows you to see things in a more complete way, which is really beautiful. And then we've got the Queen of Swords energy, and Swords is all about air, so that is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And you've got the Queen of Swords is all about communication. You know, she's independent. She's all about communication. She's not really very emotional. She cuts through the BS. She's very much, you know, at the top of her game in terms of that sense of communicating. She may be a writer. She's highly intelligent. This is a feminine energy, but it can represent any identity. This often will represent the physical of a person in your life. So you could be asked to embody this energy. You know, maybe it is that you've got something to say. You've got a book to write. You've got poetry to write. You've got music to create. You know, perhaps it is that you've got podcasts to do. You want to speak to a larger audience. You've got something important to share. And, you know, with this Emperor here and with this, you definitely can manifest this with this new elevation, this new upgrade, with that structure and stability that the Emperor brings. So it could be that you've really got something to offer here with this Queen of Swords energy in terms of your communication and sharing your knowledge and your understanding. Or this could embody a person that is coming into your life or is present in your life that is a mature being with this feminine energy. Again, not overly emotional, not overly nurturing, you know, not the one you're going to go to sort of kiss the hurts away and make you feel warm and snuggly. That's not this one. This one is the one that is going to come in and is like the Emperor in a way, is just going to just say, you know, this, it is what it is. This is it. This is how we get there. This is what you might need to do, this kind of thing, you know? So it could be that you've been just waiting for this energy to open up to do this, and maybe it is that you've been afraid. Maybe it is that you've had something that you've really been planning, Cancer, that you've really wanted to do, that just as a dream that keeps coming up, a daydream, a night dream, people making suggestions for you to, you know, to embrace a gift that you have that maybe you haven't recognized because you didn't feel that you had it in you. You didn't feel that anybody wanted to hear what you had to say. You didn't feel that anyone would read what you wanted to write, you know, that kind of thing. Maybe you just didn't feel like you were strong enough, that you had the skills needed to do it. But the cards are saying you did, because you've now got the last major arcana, which is strength. And this is the Angel of Courage with this angel deck. So you have the strength to move through this upgrade, to go through this frequency elevation, and to come into this new space with this new journey where you have things to share. You know, where absolutely you are working with your power, standing in your power, because you've got the Emperor's power here. He's all about that power as well. But then strength is all about standing in your power and integrating sort of the animal self with the intuitive self. You know, it's that integration and taming, so to speak, and finding your inner strength without like unleashing it in explosion. You know, it's the tempering of it. And you've got some beautiful outcome that is just ready and waiting. You've got to get on this journey. So whatever this is, it's really important that you get started with this writing. If you've been journaling, if you've been writing thoughts down, if you've got some old books, you know, scrapbooks, even photography, like it's all about communication and expression, right? So it could even be something like the visual, photography, media, that kind of thing. But you've got something to offer here. And the universe, with all of these major arcana, they usually represent larger life events. 5 of your 6 tarot are major arcana right here. So that's saying that this is a very significant turn of events and upgrade for you. You know, and if you've been going through this, what we call a dark night of the soul lately, Cancer, it's with the 10 of Swords endings, you know, that can feel very heavy. That can feel very isolating, very dark. It's almost like you're stripped bare. There's nothing left of you. You're on the floor. You're a pile of goo. You know, you just don't know anything anymore. And that's when the clarity comes. That's when the upgrade can come. Some of us don't go through that. Some of us have spontaneous, you know, awakenings and upgrades. For many of us, though, you know, in this human form, we tend to go through these dark nights of the soul, so to speak, where all the stuff comes up and we've got to face it and it strips us away and we don't feel like we have the strength to do it, but we do. And this message is clearly showing, Cancer, for those of you that are connecting to this, that feel a calling somehow, this is really happening for you, and this is a big deal. This is really great. Okay, so awakening consciousness is the next card. Who is having all these physical, emotional, and mental experiences? Notice who is experiencing the experience. Realize you, the experiencer, have a certain quality, and that quality is awareness, consciousness, an intuitive sense of existence. You exist regardless, thoughts or no thoughts. So this is all about that connection to source, about how we are physical forms. We're spirits that are housed in physical forms, but our physical forms are not really what represent us in the end. You know, it's how we choose to represent on this earth plane, but we are ultimately spirits that are timeless and formless, and our energy, you know. And this card is suggesting, again, like I mentioned with the upgrading, you come from a new perspective where you can separate things somewhat. You can see it as the observer looking down on your life like a separate entity, so to speak, even though they are integrated and connected. You develop this awareness, you know, and you detach from codependency and attaching too much with the emotion in relationships. You see things from a different perspective, which is very deep and very beautiful, you know, but it is different. It is a shift. So let's, let me see what would be good for you. It might be one of these, yeah, one of these gateway cards. So we'll pull a couple of gateway cards, Cancer, and see about this, but keep your eyes out in, you know, the near future. Whenever you come upon this, it's the right time for you. And just watch for those signs and synchronicities, especially if you've just been going through a real tough time. If that's been in your recent past, or you're just coming through that now, this is what you need to hear right now to help you and get yourself back on track. And remember, like, you are never alone. You are never alone. Healing the past. I step into my future with strength and clarity. See, there you go. That's it. So this is definitely about you are ascending, you are upgrading, you're healing the past with this endings. You're healing this Ten of Swords energy, which is so, so heavy. And you've got these beautiful, beautiful gifts that you're supposed to share. You know, you're definitely Cancer, you are definitely supposed to share them. And whenever you come upon this reading, now is the time for you to do that. So I wish you all kinds of blessings. This is a beautiful read. It's always wonderful when we're ascending higher and we're moving through and transmuting that pain, you know, so it's always gone. It's not going to be with us anymore, and we can continue to evolve and to grow. So Cancer, this is your reading. Remember to live big and shine your light bright. Until next time.